Hi everyone, I wanted to pop on and do another quick video just going over some of the problems with the negative exponents. You can see in the handout, and I'll have this handout posted, in the videos from um, the other classes, you'll see some of the other problems been worked out. You can see examples 5, 6, and 7, but I'm going to go ahead and do 9 and 10 and then 8 for you right now. So quotients like number 9 and number 10, we would definitely want to rewrite them as products. So that means taking the expression out of the denominator and rewriting it with a negative exponent. Once we do that, then the U substitution process is the same idea. In number 9 here, I'll let my U be 1 plus 2x, which means my du is going to be 2 dx, okay, the derivative of u. Remember, my u that I'm looking for is this stuff that's inside the parentheses raised to the power. That's my most common approach for identifying u. In this problem, I'll need an additional 2, so I'll throw that in there. That will allow this part to be du, but I'm not allowed to change problems. So mathematical fairness says, all right, you want to throw a 2 in there, you better throw the 1/2 in there as well. So the integral will look like this. 1/2 u to the negative 2 du. Oops. Make sure it is. Oops. Oh, good grief. Okay. So, that's crazy. Love when I act crazy on videos. Okay. So, here we go. So, what we got to be careful about when we do the e antiderivative is we are adding 1 to a negative exponent. So 1/2 u to the negative 1 divided by negative 1 plus c. Now, there's lots of different ways we can write that, but the biggest thing I need to make sure I do first is go out of u and back into x form. And then, honestly, I would, this is fine. This is an okay answer. It's not the prettiest answer. It would be a lot nicer if maybe I did something like this and did something like this. But if you're not a big fan of what I've written in blue, pulling that negative, so basically when you're multiplying 1/2 with that negative 1, that's going to make the whole thing negative. And then this guy with the negative exponent goes in the denominator. I don't need you to do that, but I want you to see that to know that could happen. Now, this would be a good place to pause and see if you can try number 10 right next to it. I already have it rewritten for you. And now I'm going to work it out. There's my u. Here's my du. And you can see this one, you got to be a little extra careful. The negative and the x are already there. So the two things I need to put in to make it work are a big old 18 and a big old 1 over 18. So I'll have a 1 over 18 u to the negative 1/2 du. This is going to be 1 over 18 u to the 1/2 divided by 1/2 plus c. So that's 1 over 18 times 2 u to the 1/2 plus c. I'm doing a little cleanup here and also going back to my x to get my final answer. This was a negative 1/2 exponent, so when I added 1, it became a positive 1/2. The negative x, the answer didn't end up being negative overall because the negative x and the dx all got tucked in to the du. This went in the DU, this went in the DU, that went in the DU, that stayed out. Now, the scariest one probably is problem number 8. See if I can capture that, grab that real quick. Just because, and number 8, it's not that you have a quotient, but when you go to grab your u, 1 plus 1 over t, you're going to have to write that like that. So then my du is negative t to the negative 2 dt. I know we have a different letter in this one just to make it more exciting. And so as I make my substitution and I do a little cleanup, I can see this extra stuff actually is going to work really nicely for my du, but I need it to be negative. So I'm going to put in a -1 and another -1 because I can't really change it, so I can't just throw a -1 in there and that'll make the whole thing negative. I'm going to do a -1, -1. So the -1 and the 1 over t squared dt is going to go in the du. And this other -1 is going to be the number that goes out in front. This is one of the trickier problems. And so if you're like, ah, and you're sort of freaking out on this one, that's okay. I think when you sit down to do the homework problems, I don't know that there's one as tricky as this. Let me just take a real quick look. Homework page. Nope. Yeah, maybe number 2. 1 through 8 on the homework shouldn't get you as bad as this. So that's what this is going to look like. Antiderivative of u squared is u cubed over 3. So how about I'll make that -1/3. 1 plus 1 over t, quantity cubed, plus c. All right, we're going to continue working on u substitution next week. We will be having a quiz before we run into WeStep that's going to cover your work with u substitution. So if you're out of class because of AP testing next week, make sure you're following up with me after school or looking on Schoology for your work. Thank you.